Woo! Welcome, Screen Fiend fans. It's your boy Carcino here, man, and let's talk about it. It's been quite interesting. People found out Daniel Kaluuya is not going to be in Black Panther 2. There's Wakabi. Many people assumed that he was going to be in the film, but he had scheduling conflicts with he was filming Nope, and he couldn't do it because he had already agreed to do Nope. Now, people are a little upset with what's going on with what's happening with this new plot for Wakanda Forever. Now, everyone is kind of on the fence, not knowing what it was going to look like without, Chadwick Boseman's T'Challa being in the film. But from what I'm hearing, as the first trailer is coming, this will be going in a different direction. A direction that I thought they were going to go in. Well, this movie is not what I was going to really look forward to. Now, according to the rumors, Lake Bell is in this movie, and she is a scientist. Okay, she's no Marvel character that we know of. And her team is searching for vibranium that's in the ocean. And Riri Williams is the person that designed this machine that could search for vibranium in the ocean. So while they're searching for this, they waken Namor from his sleep. Namor comes up, kills everybody in the team. Right? Kills and wipes out the team that was down there. So he wants to know who made this device. So Namor asks the Wakandans for help. But they turn him down because T'Challa passes away. The king, who I guess they had a rapport, T'Challa passes away from an illness. They had it like he had cancer in real life, just like the same thing. He passes away from his illness. And they go through the whole funeral progression, and you start to see the armor suit that they have for Ironheart. And she made it out of like car parts and everything else. And if you don't know who Riri Williams is, this is a character that was inspired by Tony Stark's. And she ends up making armor and trying to, she's a scientist and young, brilliant mind. And she ends up being a very big part of everything that you're going to see here. And this is what I was afraid of. This movie is turning out to be the multiverse of madness. It was titled Doctor Strange, but the movie wasn't nothing to do with Doctor Strange. That seemed like a Wanda Maximoff movie. This movie here seems like it's the Riri Williams movie. Instead of Black Panther 2, she's not even a Wakandan. She has really nothing to do with Wakanda. But here we go. All right? Because now Namor wants to kill Riri for making this weapon and everything else. But the Wakandans protecting Riri, right? So she goes to talk to Shuri. Shuri ends up making her a suit out of vibranium, whatever. So that's when she gets there, right? So now there's a war between Wakanda and the Atlanteans. Shuri's mom, the queen, she gets sick. Well, she don't get sick. She just ends up dying. The queen ends up dying, rather, as part of Wakandans are flooded with water. When Namor comes in and brings the water in to flood them, and Shuri ends up making an artificial flower that they grown with all these different strands, so that they can gain the Black Panther powers. So she goes into the ancestral plane as she takes the flower. And when she goes there, she's expecting to see T'Challa, but she meets Killmonger. So Killmonger is dead, and he helps her become the new Black Panther. Shuri makes her own Black Panther suit, right? Then there's a big war that breaks out between the two nations still fighting. And then Shuri has to fight Namor. And then Baku is in there fighting with them and everything else. But Shuri is the one that finally defeats Namor, as she saves Riri Williams. So at the end, now, if you don't want to know this, you can just click off now. And then there's no guarantee that this is going to be how it is. But it's pretty much going this way. And Baku is going to be the new king of Wakanda, while Shuri is going to be the Black Panther. Then Lupita tells Shuri at the end that she has a son, and it's from T'Challa. So that's how that's going to end. That's the direction I always felt they were going to go anyway. Was that one? So at the end, there's supposed to be a post-credit scene with Doctor Doom in it, as he's the one that sent Lake Bell team, as she works for Von Doom, and that's who really sent her to look for this vibranium. So this is an all-female action movie. All the males are looked at as toxic and being dominant. So it's pretty different. Now, I look at it like this. I think a lot of this is true. I think this is like this is like after a couple of drafts. Because a lot of parts are missing out of this. This is just the broad strokes of the film. I think it'll be a decent film. I don't think it is definitely not going to touch the first one. Um, I think it loses a lot of the heart, and it seems to be a setup movie to set up other projects that they have coming, rather than focusing on the continuation of this story. So T'Challa's son should be born with the gene. He won't need a plant. He should already have it in his system. But it's gonna be real interesting to see. It's gonna be really interesting to see. A lot of men who watch this probably feel like it's a lot of female estrogen going on here rather than a lot of activity for males. They might feel a little slighted. Well, it is what it is. I wasn't really expecting too much from the film, but this kind of really sours it a little bit. But, you know, it is what it is, or it is what it isn't. Well, any which way it go, it just still don't play out to what I was expecting. But I really didn't expect too much. Wakabi role was different. He was supposed to redeem himself in this movie for T'Challa. That was the script that they had written for his character. Was that Wakabi was supposed to come in and redeem himself? Like he was supposed to take the reins, not to be the new Black Panther or the new king. He was going to be a warrior for him that he felt he failed T'Challa, and he wanted to prove to him and show to him that because he didn't really get a chance to have that closure. He wanted to have that redemption. And Wakabi, they had all these lines and parts in there for him. So they had to basically take him out of the script because he had already agreed to this movie with Jordan Peele, and due to the long shoots, he couldn't get out of it. And Jordan Peele is what really brought him to prominence with Get Out. So ain't no way he gonna tell Jordan Peele no. He gonna tell the big Marvel movie, I'm gonna have to sit this one out. I have a more of a featuring role in this film, so Well, you could always bring Wakabi back and the third film. If you do a third one, Wakabi will still be there. You could bring that character back. I mean, everyone hurts. Everyone feels pain. Everyone wants a redemption story. But this kind of sounds a little bit like America Chavez, or one of these Miss Marvels, the girl who's running around and ends up running into everybody else's story. Um, Miss Marvel got her own show to do that. And I guess they might come out with the Riri Williams show. But Riri Williams, who's Ironheart, is basically running around into a Black Panther story, and she's gonna be the focal point of this story. So it's to me, it's gonna be like Miss Marvel all over again. I mean, America Chavez all over again, just running through the movie to promote her. And this is what the point is. Okay, we're gonna boost America Chavez. So all of these female characters are being driven up, right? It's all female. It's all right. It's all female and gay. It's all right. It's all gay. It's all right. But if it's all male, oh, it's too misogynistic. Where's the women at? Sausage party. Too much testosterone. It's just toxic. So, just that quick, the dynamics can shift. So, we got to be careful at all times. So, y'all tell me about this plot leak. Yeah, you're interested. I'm curious to see what it looks like. And I'm just really going to see Dr. Doom. So, they got my money. I get to go for free anyway, but still, they got my money. But how many times I go see it, that depends on the quality of the film. You ain't gonna have me just there because it's black people in it and be like, hey, it's black people. You gotta go. Get up. I'd be like, man, I don't like this movie. Don't care. It's black folks. Gotta go. Well, you gotta understand there's a certain dynamic to people who are out here doing certain things. There's a certain dynamic that when you make these comic book movies and you just want to do it your way, there's a certain drawback from that. You have a lot of people that's vested in these projects that are not getting the proper light, and they feel a certain way about it. That's just that's just all to it. That's just really the gist of it. People feel a certain way about how things are drawn out. Me, I'm gonna just give it a chance, and then we'll go from there. So I want to say thank you. Hopefully, you guys hit my Cash App up, which is Carcino, Karceno, and we'll have more in store for you. I hope one of you guys got the Uncharted movie that we put out for you guys. It was great. And everything else, that should be it, man. I'm out the door. Deuces. Wakanda forever!